remember how they look rough and red and white, callous from the harvest, worn from the other side. Every split and scar told a story of the years, every vein a river, running long and running clear. Those hands fixed every tractor, every fence and broken thing, built the crib that held me and the swing out on the spring. Come the winter evenings, after supper's been put away, they'd fold across the Bible and they'd bow his head to pray. Daddy's hands, gentle on the reins. Daddy's hands, heavy in the rain. Strong enough to carry all the trouble he had known, soft enough to hold us when we felt we were alone. Daddy's hands, I still see them in my harder than the highway, and they loved us in between. I shook those hands the morning that I drove away from home. Didn't look back in the mirror, didn't want to feel alone. But when my own boy reached up asking me to hold him close, I saw those same old hands again, the ones I needed most. Daddy's hands, gentle on the reins. Daddy's hands, heavy in the rain. Strong enough to carry all the trouble he had known, soft enough to hold us when we felt we were alone. Daddy's hands, I still see them in my dreams. They were harder than the highway, and they loved us in between. He never spoke of sorrow, never let his shoulders fall. He just put his hands to working, and he answered every call. And when I held his hand the last time in that hospital room, I swear those hands still felt like home in all that afternoon gloom. Daddy's hands, gentle on the reins. Daddy's hands, heavy in the rain. Strong enough to carry all the trouble he had known, soft enough to hold us when we felt we were alone. Daddy's hands, I still see them in my dreams. They were harder than the highway, and they loved us in between. There were 4 chairs at the kitchen table back when I was small. Daddy at the north end, Mama at the south wall. My sister on the window side so she could watch the lane, and me beside the wood stove keeping warm against the rain. We never talked of money, never talked of what we lacked, just passed the bread and butter, and we talked of who'd be back. Uncle Roy was coming down from Cleveland for July, and whether the south field would be ready by and by. 4 around the table every single night, Saying grace before we touched a single bite. For around the table in that yellow kitchen glow, Lord, I'd give anything to go back to what I know. For around the table, that's where I learned to live. That's where I learned to love and how to give. Now I got a table of my own out in the west. 9 chairs counting everybody, holidays are best. But sometimes late at night I close my eyes and I can smell Mama's cornbread rising, and I hear the supper bell. For around the table every single night, saying grace before we touched a single bite. For around the table in that yellow kitchen glow, Lord, I'd give anything to go back to what I know. For around the table, that's where I learned to live. That's where I learned to love and how to give. 2 of those 4 chairs are empty now, and the other 2 have gray across their brow. But the blessing set above that table never died. It just moved to every table where families tried. For around the table every single night, table every single night. She wrote me every Tuesday on her pale blue paper sheets from the house up in the foothills above those Georgia streets. Told me how the garden was and how the children grew. Said your daddy fixed the tractor and he's asking about you. I was out in California trying hard to find my name. She was holding down the homestead in a steady, quiet flame. Never asked me to come back home, never made me feel the weight. Just described the morning light above the backyard gate. Letters from Callahan, folded small and neat, smelling like the lavender she kept beside her seat. Letters from Callahan, every word was true. Everyone said come on home the way she had no clue. Letters from Callahan, the handwriting I know, all the love a sister carries in a single steady roll. When the money got so thin that I had nothing left to spend, she tucked a 20 in the envelope, said don't you try to pretend. Said brothers need sisters more than they will ever know, and sisters need brothers just to watch their children grow. Letters from Callahan, folded small and neat, smelling like the lavender she kept beside her seat. Letters from Callahan, every word was true. Everyone said come on home the way she had no clue. Letters from Callahan, the handwriting I know, all the love a sister carries in a single steady roll. Last spring I drove back east, found She still writes me every Tuesday on that pale blue paper sheet, and I answer every Thursday from the road beneath my feet. She never wrote a single thing down on a recipe card. Said it all lives in the hands, learning this ain't hard. Half a cup of patience and a tablespoon of time, a good pinch of forgiveness, and you're doing just fine. When the neighbors lost the harvest back in '58, Mama sent me down the road with a pot of something great. Said a casserole don't fix a thing, but reminds you you're not alone. Said the best thing you can give a person is a taste of home. Mama's recipe, handed down through the years, equal parts of laughter, equal parts of tears. Nothing measured, nothing written, all of it by heart. That's the kind of cooking that becomes a kind of art. Mama's recipe, it never fails somehow. I still taste it on a Sunday. I can taste it right now. Now my daughter's in the kitchen, asking me how much I catch myself, just like my mama saying, trust your touch. And I smell that same old kitchen back in '63, Lord, she passed me more than cornbread. She passed me who to be. Mama's recipe, handed down through the years, equal parts of laughter, equal parts of tears. Nothing measured, nothing written, all of it by heart. That's the kind of cooking that becomes a kind of art. Mama's recipe, it never fails somehow. I still taste it on a Sunday. I can taste it right now. There's a box up in the attic with her apron folded neat. I took it down last winter just to smell the flour and heat. Held it to my face, and in that moment, I swear true, I was 6 years old again, and she was there, and the whole world was new. Mama's recipe, it never fails somehow. I still taste it on a Sunday. I can taste it right now. Every Sunday morning, Daddy put on his good shirt, the one with pearl snap buttons, never touched by a drop of dirt. He'd line us up like soldiers by the old screen door. Said the Lord deserves the best of what we got and nothing more. Mama combed our hair down flat with a little bit of grease. Said the church don't care how poor you are as long as you got peace. We didn't have much money, but we sure had dignity. Walking down that gravel road, the whole Hawkins family Sunday shoes. Shine them up real fine, polish off the weekday mud before you cross that line. Sunday shoes, walking side by side. The only thing that rich and poor share is a little bit of pride. The only thing that rich and poor share is a little bit of pride. got kids of my own and a house up on the hill. And sometimes Saturday nights I catch myself there still, sitting on the bathroom floor with a rag and polished tin, shining up the shoes that Daddy taught me to believe in. Sunday shoes, shine them up real fine, polish off the weekday mud before you cross that line. Sunday shoes, walking side by side, the only thing that rich and poor share is a little bit of pride. The only thing that rich and poor share is a little bit of pride. He never preached a sermon, never wrote a single verse, but the way that man walked proud with nothing in his purse was the greatest benediction any boy could ever get. A lesson I ain't finished learning and I ain't about to forget. So every Sunday morning I put on my good shirt and I line my children up before we hit that dirt. The old oak tree still stands out by the well, where Daddy carved our names one summer long ago. Mama used to call us in when supper bells would ring. Now the house is quiet and the fields are full of snow. My brother moved to Memphis back in '62. My sister found a good man over in Tennessee. But every time December paints the old front porch in ice, I swear I see us all the way we used to be. Back porch light burning through the night, Mama always left it on so we could find our way. Back porch light, steady, warm and bright. Some things in this world don't ever fade away. Some things in this world don't ever fade away. I drove past the old place just the other afternoon. The new folks planted roses where the garden used to grow. But somebody left a light on in the window by the porch, and for a moment, Lord, I felt like I was home. Back porch light burning through the night, Mama always left it on so we could find our way. Back porch light, steady, warm and bright. Some things in this world don't ever fade away. Some things in this world don't ever fade away. She never said good night until we were all inside, safe beneath that shingled roof and the Carolina sky. Now she's gone, but something tells me angels do the same, leaving lights on up in heaven just in case we lose our way. Back porch light burning through the night, Mama always left it on so we could find our way. Back porch light, steady, warm and bright. Some things in this world don't ever fade away. Some things in this world don't never fade away. When I was 18 with a suitcase and a song, thought the world was waiting and I'd be gone too long. But every mile I traveled and every town I knew kept on looking like the place I was running from and to. Called mama from a payphone somewhere down in Tennessee. She said, son, the beans are on and your bed is still here free. Said your sister's baby's walking now and daddy's slowing down. Said there's nothing wrong with coming home from chasing down your crown. The road home always feels longer going out, full of all the dreams and all the glory and the doubt. But coming back that same road narrows like a prayer, and every mile I recognize there's something waiting there. The road home, it's the one I always knew, leads back through the years, straight back to you. Pull into the driveway with the evening coming on. Kitchen light was burning and the radio played a song. I heard it as a boy there on that linoleum floor, and I stood there in the dark a while before I knocked the door. The road home always feels longer going out, full of all the dreams and all the glory and the doubt. But coming back that same road narrows like a prayer, and every mile I recognize there's something waiting there. The road home, it's the one I always knew, leads back through the years, straight back to you. Daddy stepped out on the porch and didn't say a word, just reached out his arm and held me. Lord, that silence spoke. Some things a man can't find out on the open road. You got to come back home before you find the home. The road home always feels longer going out, full of all the dreams and all the glory and the doubt. But coming back that same road narrows like a prayer, and every mile I recognize there's something waiting there. The road home, it's the one I always knew, leads back through the years, straight back to you. There's a watch on the nightstand that he wore for 40 years. The crystal's cracked a little and the leather band is worn. He got it from his father on the morning that he married. Said, son, you wear the time right and you'll never feel forlorn. I remember how he checked every morning at the door. Said a man who's never on time keeps the ones he loves waiting more. He wore it through the war years, he wore it through the drought, through the harvest and the heartache and the years of going without. The watch on the nightstand still set to his time, ticking through the silence like a slow and steady rhyme. I wind it every morning, though I don't know why I do. Some things you keep going just to feel them still run true. The watch on the nightstand, time that don't forget, a father's gift to his father's son that's ticking with me yet. My boy found it last Tuesday in the drawer beside my bed. Asked me whose that old watch was and what all the scratches said. I told him every scratch was just a year his grandpa stood. A man who wore his time right, same as any good man should. The watch on the nightstand still set to his time, ticking through the silence like a slow and steady rhyme. I wind it every morning, though I don't know why I do. Some things you keep going just to feel them still run true. The watch on the nightstand, time that don't forget, a father's gift to his father's son that's ticking with me. I clasp it on his small wrist just to see how it would look. He pulled his arm away and stared at it and shook. Said, "Granddaddy must have been a real important man." I said, "Son, he was the most important in this land." There's a watch on the nightstand that I'll wear for 40 years, and God willing, someday someone else will wind it through their tears. My grandfather broke ground here in 1918 with nothing but a mule and a will to make it mean. He dug the well by hand and built the barn alone. Said, "I'm leaving you boys more than I was ever shown." My daddy picked up where those calloused hands left off, pushed through every drought and every killing frost. Said, "Son, this land ain't just the dirt beneath your feet. It's the name we built and the name we're bound to keep. 30 acres and a name, that's the whole inheritance. 30 acres and a name worth more than circumstance. You can lose the truck, you can lose the crop, but a family name's a thing that don't ever stop. 30 acres and a name passed from hand to hand. The only deed that matters is the one you understand. I stood out in the Northfield late last Saturday night. The fireflies were going and the stars were pulling tight. Thought about my grandfather digging at this ground, all those years of labor and the legacy he found. 30 acres and a name, that's a whole inheritance. 30 acres and a name worth more than circumstance. can lose the crop, but a family name's a thing that don't ever stop. 30 acres and a name passed from hand to hand. The only deed that matters is the one you understand. My boy asked me last evening what we leave behind. I said, we leave the land and how we treated humankind. Said we leave our word and all the times we didn't walk away. Said we leave a name that means something to someone someday. So I'll push through every drought and every killing frost, same as every man before me who refused to count the cost. When my time is over and they write it on the stone, let them say a good man left what a good man called his own. 30 acres and a name, that's enough, yes. 30 acres and a name, worth more than circumstance. There's a photograph on the mantle from the summer of '64. All of us together on the front steps like before. Everybody squinting at the sun and mama's hair. The whole world in one picture, standing young and unaware. Grandma Jo is in the corner with her apron on. Uncle Pete beside her, laughing like a song. Daddy has his arm around my mama's shoulder tight. 14 people in that frame and every face is bright. When the whole family was alive, every room was full of noise and everybody trying to survive. When the whole family was alive, Sunday meant a table long enough to fit the love inside. Oh, when the whole family was alive, I didn't know enough to know that this was paradise. Now I'm the one who stands and counts the ones still here. Every year the photograph outnumbers those still near. But I hang it on the wall and let the children gather close, and I tell them every story about the ones we miss the most. When the whole family was alive, every room was full of noise and everybody trying to survive. When the whole family was alive, Sunday meant a table long enough to fit the love inside. Oh, when the whole family was alive, I didn't know enough to know that this was paradise. The house is standing empty now, but the love is still alive in the ones who came from those who came, who refused to let it die. Every laugh I hear in my children in the evening light sounds exactly like that photograph in 1964's bright light. When the whole family was alive, every room was full of noise and everybody trying to survive. When the whole family was alive, Sunday meant a table long enough to fit the love inside. this was paradise. I didn't know enough to know that this was paradise. Mama kept it in the cedar chest beside the Bible and the wedding lace. A letter written on a Tuesday morning in my daddy's careful measured hand. He wrote it from the county hospital, the year the harvest fields went dry. Said, tell the boys I tried my level best, and tell your mother not to cry. We read it at the kitchen table with the coffee going cold. Some words are made of paper, but they carry the weight of gold. Some words outlive the man who wrote them and travel further than the road. The last letter home found its way through the years, folded and faded, but still perfectly clear. A man's whole life, written simple and plain. The last letter home came in from the rain. It found us again. My brother held it by the window light. He read it slow the way a grown man does. When something moves him deeper than he'll say, in front of everyone he loves. My sister pressed it to her chest a moment, then set it on the table, smoothed it flat. We sat in silence for the longest minute before we all knew where we were at. We read it at the kitchen table with the coffee going cold. Some words are made of paper, but they carry the weight of gold. Some words outlive the man who wrote them and travel further than the road. The last letter home found its way through the years, folded and faded, but still perfectly clear. A man's whole life, written simple and plain. The last letter home came in from the rain. It found us again. He said, work the land and love your children. Never let the hard times make you small. Be the kind of man that folks remember long after they've forgotten standing tall. Long after they've forgotten standing tall. Now I got boys of my own to raise up, and someday they'll go through the things I leave. I hope I live to write the words worth saving. I hope I live to give them something to believe. The last letter home found its way through the years, folded and faded, but still perfectly clear. A man's whole life, written simple and plain. The last letter home came in from the rain.